Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host Brian, and today I'm talking Celebrity Traitors. This is episode 5 and 6, the October 22nd and 23rd episodes. All right, we'll run quickly through 5, mainly focus on 6 because that happened today. The cast is on the Jonathan, obviously. They should be at some point. Nick is, he kind of makes a comment where he thinks it could be Kat. Like, Kat has a little bit of suspicion from him. This is the first time that somebody has actually said that they think that Kat could be a traitor, which is to me interesting because I kind of thought that she was going to slip under the radar, like pretty much majority of the time until like maybe some twist outed her. So that's something to keep an eye on. Uh, Charlotte is murdered in this episode. The challenge is another one of these ones where it's like the nets, and if you think two people go up and you like bet where you're gonna be and the money's there, and then if you like go up, then save the money, you get the shield, stuff like that. Again, like we've said before, the challenges don't mean shit. We don't care. I don't care about the challenges. Like even the shields, it only really matter if like the shield actually blocks them. But like the shield is almost like a false sense of of the faithful having some sort of power in the game, where it's just like they always have a traitor on the side knowing who the shield's pretty much. So yeah, look, it's the one downfall of the show, but I mean, it's not like the worst. So it's just like it is what it is. Okay, so Joe wanted to go into the roundtable and talk more, so that could be his downfall. Talking a lot. Uh, Jonathan accuses Stephen Fry. A little bit of foreshadowing for later. Alan brings up David. So David is one of the bigger targets in this one. We get down to it's actually like a pretty entertaining roundtable, I'd say. We go to pretty much get down to a tie where it's between David and Mark, and this is we had other votes for other people, but this was like the tie, like the first tie. Cat creates the tie, um, and then we go to one of the ones where it's like, okay, nobody, they can't vote, but then now um, you can only vote for either of these two. We go to a tie again. First time I think this has happened on the show. I think like somebody even says it. I'm pretty sure it would, like, because we're going to chance here. So essentially, we have this chest of chance. So there's two chests that Claudia brings out. One of them has. Now we're bleeding right in episode 6. One of them has a shield and the other one doesn't. You get the shield, you're safe. If you don't, you are banished. So between David and Mark, Mark lets David choose first, and David chose correctly. So David gets a shield. Mark is banished. Mark admits he's faithful. No surprise there. Obviously, us the viewers, we move right in the turret. I mean, everyone's always surprised, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's faithful." Blah blah blah. And it's like they haven't got anything right. So we're now in the turret. The 3 people in question to be murdered here is Kate, Joe Wilkinson, and Stephen Fry. And we eventually, a couple scenes later, we get to Joe Wilkinson's murdered. So obviously, the cast is surprised. I think the move was. I thought it was like I thought it was like out of those 3, that's probably the right move. Kate has no idea what's going on. And then Stephen Fry, the time for you is short, since he is eventually banished at the end of this episode. But watching it, I mean, I just think that people have they hold him to such a high regard, so like it would be hard for. I think if he does give it out tonight, but I mean it's just like it was. I thought he'd make it a little longer. That's just my opinion on the matter, but. So we have the chess game that we've seen before as the challenge, where it's like we split into 2 teams. The magnetic chessboard piece that looks like it's from Harry Potter goes around and selects someone that the traitors had chosen it based off a question. The 2 teams choose somebody best of 3. or first 1 to 3. You know how it is. Weakest player in the game. Everyone put Kate. Traders put Kate. Most Two Face. To be honest with you, I was watching the Daily Motion and it was skipping like shit. So I don't even know the outcome of this one. So if you know it, please let me know. It really doesn't matter to me because we know who wins the group. So leader of the pack. So Nick was on one team. Joe was on another team. They conspired here to let Joe's team win because they think that there's more. They think that there's more traders on. I thought they said on Nick's team. Yeah, Nick's team than Joe's team. So they wanted to like see how they would react because they think that Kat, Stephen Fry, and or Jonathan could be with somebody. So that means that the at risk of being banished tonight is between Nick, Kat, Lucy, Steven, and Jonathan. So we know that Kat and Jonathan are obviously traitors. So that would leave it between Nick, Lucy, and Steven. But the thing is Steven gets banished today. So it's really going to be a two-man race here. Like, who is going to be banished or murdered? And they do. I know I'm skipping the round table here, but just to get like a context of how that's going on. So like, eventually, when you're marked for like who you have to murder them face to face at the end of this episode, we'll find out next week. So I don't know. I think they're going to keep Kate or keep because she's clueless. I think if Nick's on the cat, you got to I think you got to hear Nick. We'll see how that goes because I think that the faithful are in trouble. They're really in trouble. I wonder we might not even. I wonder if we'll get a recruitment this season because they already got 3. Um, it'll be interesting. So the round table. Um, Stephen Stephen Fry brings up the lack of sleep, and he kind of makes a comment about Kat because she doesn't talk a lot. Or maybe seems tired. So this is now the second person that's mentioned something about Kat. So that is definitely interesting. See if anybody remembers that or picks up on it. Stephen Fry eventually does get most votes banished. Obviously, he's a faithful. I will miss his just some of the way he talks about like just what's going on, where like his accent just makes it so good. I just think the show is just great with a British accent. I apologize for being like it's late over here. I'm super tired. We did like a marathon of videos, and I still needed to watch this. But I'm really enjoying this season. I really like it. We just started Traitors Canada as well for this episode. That's weekly, one time a week. Don't know what order I'm going to drop this in. Am I going to do this one or am I going to do Canada? I might do Canada first. We'll see how I'm feeling with my sleepiness. There will be no pictures in this one because I want to go to bed. I am tired. But I appreciate everyone for watching. Make sure to check out our Canada stuff. We will obviously be covering any Traitors that comes out. And I think Australia is the next one. We'll do that one. No, that was like just the cast. I think that one is not for a little bit, but like I don't know what the schedule of the other ones are. But to like other things, we have Love Is Blind. Everything that's the craziness and boringness and messiness of CBS Wednesdays, we do that as well. And then we should have Bachelorette preview coming up as the cast was announced. But yeah, tons of things. We'll have something coming out. Try to get something out at least every day, if not at least every other day. But if you have any show suggestions, I haven't said it in a while, but drop in the comments below. We'll always give something a chance. And appreciate everyone watching. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And hope you have an awesome rest of your day, morning, night, and a good weekend. Peace.